This is problem 120 on review 1. Which of the following gives the correct number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in a neutral atom of this right here? So we have A, 118 protons, 50 neutrons, 118 electrons. We have B, 118 protons, 118 neutrons, 50 electrons. We have C, 50 protons, 68 neutrons, and 50 electrons. We have D, 68 protons, 68 neutrons, 50 electrons. And E, 50 protons, 50 neutrons, and 50 electrons. So first, I think first it's essential to understand this notation. So we have 118, then SN 50. So then this 118 gives us a mass. This number right here is atomic number, or also the protons, the number of protons. And this is our element. So okay, we want something that has what this is telling us to. Okay, so we must have 50 protons. But then look at the neutrons. This is our mass, so then we know that our mass is equal to the protons plus neutrons. So then how many neutrons must we have? So let's go, we can do the mass minus protons to get our number of neutrons. So then if you have a mass of 118, we have 50 protons. We must have how many? 68 neutrons. So this is 68 neutrons. And then it says right here that it must be a neutral atom. So neutral meaning that there should be the same number of protons as the same number of electrons, because we want a zero charge. So then if we have 50 protons, we have a plus 50 charge, and we want a zero charge. We want this to be equal to 0. So then we must have a negative 50 charge here. So this must mean that there must be 50 electrons, because there should be the same number of protons as electrons, so they cancel out each other so that they balance out. So with this in mind, let's see which one answers. So here we can see that only C, there's only C that matches what we have. And notice how E is very likely, but here we can see that the only difference is that it has 50 neutrons. So you have to be very careful with the atomic mass that you have, because here it is clearly telling us that we have 100 mass, but we want a 118 mass. We want it to match this. So then the only possible one is C.